Hello students of 9th standard, we have started the section B topic, that is nothing but lesson number 6 or chapter number 6, that is nothing but classification of the plants. So whenever you have seen this lesson, so what first we have seen in this lesson, we have seen that there is a, you can say, classification of the organisms. How it is made? See there, it is made as, you can say, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Then again they are further classified into unicellulars, or you can say multicellulars. So the first prokaryotes are nothing but Monera kingdom. There is a Monera kingdom that is told. Then again there is, you can say, unicellular or multicellular. In unicellular there is a Protista. Then again multicellular, they are further divided into with cell wall and without cell wall. Now with cell wall they are nothing but fungi and plantae, and without cell wall that is nothing but a animalia. This is the living organisms classification we have seen. That means living organisms are classified into 5 kingdoms. From that, one of the kingdom that is nothing but a plantae. Now plantae are classified as cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams means the plants which do not bear fruit, flower, or you can say any seeds like that. Or phanerogams are the plants which gives us flowers and fruits. These are, you can say, the classification. Now cryptogams are further classified as Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. In that we have seen that Thallophyta contains, the division Thallophyta contains the plants which are having a thalloid, or you can say which are having a thallus. Then in Bryophyta we have seen that these are nothing but they are called as amphibians because they need the moist place and also water for the reproduction. They reproduce both asexually and sexually, that we have seen. Next comes the Pteridophyta. In Pteridophyta we have seen the plants which are shade-loving plants. They are again, you can say, reproducing with the help of asexual and sexual reproduction, that we have seen. In that we have seen the fern ornamental plant. The fern, which is nothing but an ornamental plant, we have seen its, you can say, classification, or you can say its description we have seen. Now next we have also seen what are phanerogams. Phanerogams means the plant which gives us fruits and flowers. They are further divided, or you can say further classified as gymnosperms and angiosperms. Now here we are going to see what are gymnosperms and what are angiosperms. These are nothing but the classification of the phanerogams plants. This we have known. So what is gymnosperm? See here first. They are mostly evergreen, perennial and woody plants. What are they? They are evergreen, means throughout the year they are green, having a green, you can say, luster on their leaves, and everywhere there is a greenery. Then perennial, growing 2 times, you can say, or many times in a year. They are woody. Woody means what? Their structure is somewhat wood-like, or they contain most wood part, that is there. Then their stems are without branches. Now how they grow actually? They grow straightway and there will be the leaves at the top. So these stems are without branches. Now the leaves form the crown. So what I have told you, that they are the woody plant and they grow straight and the leaves are at the top. So how they look like? They look like a crown, you can say. So whenever you are seeing a particular plant, it looks like a stem is there and the leaves are, you can say, distributed at the top, and there you will see that there is a structure of the crown formed here. Then these plants bear male and female flowers. These are nothing but, you can say, bisexual. Why we call them as a bisexual? Because they are having both male and female flowers on different sporophytes of the same plant, but they are present on the different sporophytes. Then see, seeds of these plants do not have natural covering. That means seeds are without covering. So these plants do not form the fruits. These plants do not form the fruits, and they are called as a gymnosperm. What are they called? They are called as a gymnosperm. Now gymnos means what? Gymnos means naked, and sperms means what? Seed. So therefore we are calling gymnosperms. They are having as a naked seeds. Next comes here example of that is nothing but cycas, Christmas tree, tuja, which is called as a moorpunky, or you can say pinus, which is called as a deodar or deodar. Then next comes the angiosperms. So for angiosperms you want to do an activity. What is that activity here? You want to soak the seeds of a corn, or you can say beans or groundnut, tamarind, mango, wheat in water. Whenever they are soaked, what you have to do? You have to check whether these seeds are divided into two equal halves. If they are divided into two equal halves, that means they are nothing but dicotyledonous, or you can say they are having dicotyledons. And if they are having a dicotyledons, we may call them as a dicotyledonous plant. And now if we see those whose seed cannot be divided into equal parts, they are called as a monocotyledonous plants. Now we are going to see the classification of the angiosperms. So what are angiosperms? We have known that these are the plants which are, you can say, seeds bearing plants. That means fruits are present and seeds are also present in that. So they are further divided, you can say, into dicotyledonous and you can say monocotyledonous. That is nothing but dicots and monocots. So first here we are going to see the dicotyledonous plants. So what is that? In that you may see the seeds. These are bearing the two cotyledons. How we can detect that? We have to soak these seeds into the water for 8 to 10 hours. And if the seeds are divided, you can say, into two halves, that means they are belonging to dicotyledonous. So this is the activity that you have to do. So the seeds of the dicotyledonous or dicots contains two cotyledons. Next are nothing but the roots. So roots are here well developed. Means they are not, you can say, fibrous or adventitious. Not like that. They are well developed. That means a root grows deep into the, you can say, soil. So that is nothing but a, you can say, primary root, which is called as a taproot. Next comes the stem. Stem is very strong and very hard. Example, that is nothing but a banyan tree. Next comes the leaf. So whenever you see the leaf has the reticulate venation. So reticulate venation means how? Suppose this is a leaf and this is a, you can say, a middle line, a vein of this, then you may see the veins in this type of a, you can say, structure. So this is called as a reticulate venation. Now, if you see the flowers are in a, you can say, bunch of 5. That means whenever you are seeing a particular, you can say, plant, they may have like this bunches. So suppose these are the flowers. So these are the flowers, suppose that, then they will be in a 5 bunches. Now, next comes that monocotyledonous. Monocotyledonous have the seeds that are nothing but single cotyledon. Here again you have to do an activity. If we soak these seeds into the water and if we remove the, you can say, covering of that, you may see only single seed. That means it cannot be divided into 2 halves. Such types of seeds are called as a monocotyledonous seeds. Then you can say roots. Roots are fibers. How is that? See, suppose this is a root. So they are having more fibers in that. Suppose like that. Fiber like roots are there. Then next comes the stem. How is the stem? Suppose the stem is hollow. Then we may use the example bamboo. Bamboo contains the hollow stem. Then if it is a false stem, it will be of banana. Then whenever you are seeing that, if it is suppose disc-like, then example is nothing but onion. Onion has the, you can say, disc-like stem. Then whenever you are seeing a parallel venation, that is of leaf. So consider this as a leaf. So if you see, so what it will be? The venation will be parallel this way. There will be no any intersection of the veins there. Flowers, suppose if you consider the flowers are with 3 parts or in a multiple of 3. Now how it will be? There will be a bunch like that. Suppose, and here there will be the flowers of 3. 3 bunch will be there. In today's lecture, we have seen gymnosperms and angiosperms. In that we have seen that gymnosperms are, you can say, naked, are having naked seeds, and angiosperms are having closed seeds. In that we have seen angiosperms, we have seen about the dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous plants, which are called as a dicot, or you can say monocot. In the further lecture, we will see the further point.